It was a stormy night in a quiet neighborhood. The Sanchez family had just finished dinner and everyone was gathered in the living room. 8-year-old Lila was playing with her dolls near the couch, her laughter filling the room. The sound of the rain pattering against the windows made the house feel safe, warm, and sealed away from the outside world. But then a sound came. At first it was faint, like footsteps on the wet porch. The family brushed it off as thunder. But Lila's mother frowned. She swore she heard voices outside. Before anyone could react, the front door burst open. 3 masked men, dressed in black and holding guns, stormed into the house. The family screamed. "Everyone down!" one of the men shouted, waving his weapon. Lila froze, her doll falling from her hands. Her father tried to shield her, but in the chaos, she slipped behind the couch. Her small size made her invisible. The robbers didn't notice her as they forced her parents and older brother to the floor. From her hiding spot, Lila's wide eyes peeked through the darkness. She saw one robber kicking through drawers, another ripping paintings off the wall, and the leader towering over her father, demanding money and jewelry. Her parents handed over everything they had, their hands trembling. But it wasn't enough. The leader snarled, "There's more. I know you're hiding something. Where is it?" Her father swore they had given him everything. Lila's heart pounded so loud she was afraid they'd hear it. The robbers grew angrier. One of them shoved her mother, making her cry out in pain. Lila bit her lips so hard it almost bled. She wanted to scream, to run to her mother, but she stayed still. Then the robbers started searching room by room. One of them came dangerously close to the couch. His heavy boots thudded against the floor as he yanked up in cupboards and kicked chairs aside. Lila pressed her tiny hands over her mouth, praying he wouldn't look behind the couch. The robber paused. She could see the glint of his knife in the dim light. He sniffed the air, then shook his head and walked away. Lila didn't move, not even a breath. Suddenly, lightning lit up the whole house, and for a split second, Lila thought she saw something else in the reflection of the window. Not just the robbers, but a tall, dark shape behind them. Its eyes gleamed red, and its mouth stretched into a smile far too wide for a human. But when the lightning faded, it was gone. The robbers didn't notice. They kept looting, stuffing bags with whatever they could grab. But Lila's skin prickled. She knew she had seen something that wasn't supposed to be there. As the storm raged outside, the men argued. "We need to leave," one said, but the leader refused. "Not yet. There's more in this house." Then a sound came from upstairs. Heavy, dragging footsteps. The robbers froze. "Who else is here?" the leader demanded, glaring at Lila's parents. They swore no one was upstairs, but the footsteps grew louder, slow and deliberate. One robber cursed and ran up to check. A scream followed, then silence. The others waited, their guns raised, but their partner never came back down. The leader, furious, stormed up the stairs himself. Minutes passed, then a loud crash rattled the whole house, followed by another scream, cut off suddenly. Now only one robber was left in the living room. His eyes darted wildly, his hand shaking. This house is cursed," he muttered. The Sanchez family huddled together, terrified. Then, from the shadows near the staircase, something moved. Lila saw it again, the tall, dark figure. Its limbs were long and twisted, its face a hollow void except for those glowing red eyes. It reached out and snatched the last robber into the darkness before he could even scream. silence. The storm outside calmed. The house grew still. Her family sat trembling, not sure what had just happened. The robbers were gone, but so was the sense of safety. Lila finally crawled out from behind the couch and ran to her mother's arms. But as her parents held her tight, she whispered with a shaky voice, "Mummy, it wasn't just the robbers. Something else was here, and I think it's still watching us." At that moment, the power flickered back on, the lights buzzed to life, and everything looked normal again. But in the reflection of the window, Lila saw it. The tall, dark figure standing silently behind them, smiling. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell.